I'm at a park that I haven't been to in about a year, and the park is known for its trash. There's an absence of high tones, so I don't think I'm going to find any silver coins here, because that's what people pick up, that's what people get. They're very easy to find. Gold, on the other hand, is not easy to find. When it's in a minefield of pull tabs, it sounds just like it. But that's the challenge here. Less people are digging here because there's so many pull tabs, so all that gold gets left behind. So if I slow my coil down and take my time, my objective is to separate some of this gold out from the pull tabs and see what we could come up with. So let's get started. All right, let's see what this is. Jefferson nickel. These sound just like 14 karat gold rings, so you got to dig them all. Usually between, on the low end, 51 going up into 53. Surface find, penny. Looks like it's gonna be, I don't know what year that is, 1981. Alright, I shot my headphones on so you guys could hear what I'm dealing with and why I like to come here. There's just so much stuff in the ground here. A lot of pull tabs that sound like gold rings, but there's so many of them. Most people would bypass this area, but I'm going to try to separate out some items. So let's quickly look for a stable signal that isn't jumping. Here's a 55, 54. It's probably a pull tab, but you got to dig all these pull tabs that are stable, all these mid-tone signals. Now it's jumping around. Right here. And now I'll pinpoint it by hitting my pinpoint button. There's its size, and out and back. It's going to be right under that center hole, right in front of the detector shaft. Let's see what it is. Alright, let's see what we got. And it is a pull tab, but it could have easily been gold. And I'm going to keep separating them out. Let's see what else we can find. As always the case, I dig a bunch of pull tabs and get tired of pulling the camera out, and here we go. This was ringing up a solid 6059. It is in the gold range, and it is the color gold. I don't know, it looks like a locket, or is it, or does it have a ring on the other side of it? Let's see together. Oh man, I think this is a gold locket. I think this is a gold locket. Looks like there's a proof mark. Oh, what does that say? Well, I can tell you this. I don't see any corrosion. It says Mom, and it has a rose on it. Oh, I'm almost certain that this is gold. We're gonna see if I could open it. I don't want to break it. Let's see if we could open this bad boy. No, I don't want to break it. I don't want to break it, but there is no corrosion on this. What do you say? Oh, I wish my eyes weren't so bad. I'm going to try to take a picture of it with the camera. Maybe I could just hold it into the camera. Can you read that? I'm going to take a picture and then zoom and see what this is, because I'm excited about this. This looks really good. Get right back to you. All right, I'm excited to report that on the back of this, it's stamped 1/20 space 14K. So this is a 14 karat gold locket. Sometimes out in the field, I'll take a picture and then zoom in because the camera can see things a lot better than I can. Then it has some really nice details on it. That's a shame that that person lost this. Very cool. Here's a tip. I always go along the grass line along parking lots because people drop things getting in and out of the cars. Groundskeepers get leaf blowers. They blow everything, or the wind blows everything into that grass line. So I don't know what this is. It's probably nothing, but it was ringing up in the high 70s. So let's see what it is. Right here. All right. And it's nothing, but trust me, I've found jewelry and a lot of good stuff right on the edges, so give it a try next time you're out. I don't know what this is, but it was ringing up at 82, 83, fairly high. Looks like maybe a lipstick tube. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was. I'll double check the area to make sure I'm not missing anything. This signal was a solid 50, so that's a little bit below where I would expect a nickel, and maybe a little bit above where I would expect a like a small piece of foil. I'm guessing it's foil, but you never know. So it's right under the surface. Could be an earring if it's showing up like that. Okay, a little bit more. And it's just a piece of a beer can. Oh well. Can't complain today. This one's a solid 70. This is a little unusual. So I'll dig that. It's not a pull tab. Who knows what this is? Could be a ring made out of something or other. Let's dig it up. So it's close to the surface anyway. Right here. No way. Oh, please don't be a pull tab. All right, so, okay, I know you all could see that. You know I was at 91. The other day I was out Christmas shopping. I found a ring. It was a junker, but it was another ring that took me up to 92. This could be 93. Looks like a ring. It is a ring. It is a ring. I don't know what it's made out of, but I could tell you that I don't believe it's made out of gold or platinum or anything like that, falling in the 70 range. I'll have a closer examination when I get back, but you're looking at ring number 93. So, all right, I'm gonna keep digging. It's got some kind of little stone in here. All right, cool. This is one of the only high tones I heard all day. It sounds like a dime. 81, 82. Let's see what this is. Right there. All right. It's fairly shallow. And it's a bottle cap. Corona. I got jewelry in the plug. It was ringing up low 40s. And by the look of those gems, I'm going to say it's costume jewelry. What is this? Okay, that's an earring. Clip-on type? Well, we don't want to discount things. You know, even though it looks like costume jewelry. Fairly sure it is. I will, you know, clean it up and we'll talk about it on the cleanup and see what that is. This signal rings up as a solid 60. It has no fluctuation. So let's see what it is. Like I said, probably a pull tab. Got to dig a lot of pull tabs to find the gold. And in this instance, it's a piece of aluminum. But I kid you not, I would have not found that gold locket today if I didn't dig all the signals. A lot of people don't want to put in all the work, but it can be rewarding. Probably part of a pop can, if I had to guess. No, that is something that I'm not quite sure of. I have to clean it off and have a closer look. Definitely not silver though. All right, just found someone's keys. All right. And we're back from Midtone Park. And why do we call it Midtone Park? Because there are seldom any quarters or any silver rings or anything like that in this park because it has been beat and beat by everybody. You could tell if you go in a park and you don't find a dime or a quarter, or like right off the bat, you could tell people go there consistently. So what's that leave us? That leaves us with some pennies, some nickels. You really got to dig the nickels because they show up just like gold rings. But it leaves us with mostly pull tabs, shredded aluminum foil, shredded pop cans. All this stuff sounds very similar to gold. So the short is, if you want gold, you got to go in there and dig all of it. Why I like Midtone Park is there's so much of these pull tabs and things in there. I don't think a lot of people even go in there anymore. I mean, just the people that went in there for silver or high-tone coins or their coin shooting. But for gold, you could tell nobody hunts this park for gold because there's just the sheer volume of Midtone everywhere. So you got to dig this to find the gold. So a few pennies, a nickel. This thing, I think it was a brooch of some sort. And it had a pin on the back at one time, I'm sure. I didn't even bother to test the stones because I know they got to be fake. A set of keys, a ring, and this is not precious metal. It might be plated at best, but there's no markings on it. But it does go to the overall ring total. And then the locket. The locket is 14 karat gold filled, or GF. And as I researched that to see what it actually is a gold locket, but it has some other metal components in this. When you look at the very edge here, you can see that the outer skin of this is machined or rolled over an inner part. The inner thicker part here is another metal, along with the loop here for your necklace, and along with the hinge. That is some other kind of metal. But when they say gold filled, it's machined, a sheet of 14 karat gold machined or rolled over top of another metal. So that's what we have here. Everything that you see on the inside here, that's the back side of the outer sheet of 14 karat gold, so that's gold.
And the outside of this is all 14 karat gold, not to be confused with gold plated. And as you can see on the back, it says here 1/20, but 14K GF or gold filled, and that's what it means. It's this outer sheet of gold wrapped around. It says Mom, has a nice little rose on it. Nice find for today. You don't find gold every day when you're out detecting. You just got to keep working at it, and eventually the stuff just materializes. So I mentioned in the video that while I was Christmas shopping, I found this ring. This was on the road outside of a business. I'm always scanning the ground. I'm looking in Coinstars for rejected silver coins. I'm bottle hunting. I'm river searching. I'm metal detecting. Just all around treasure hunting wherever I'm at. So when I am always looking, when I do find rings or something like that, providing they don't have like identifiers on them that could go back to the owner, I do count those in my ring total. So this was 92, and this one was 93. This here, this was from a separate hunt the other day. I was going to put a video together, and I ran out of time, and I was only out for a little bit. But I was in a different park that doesn't have any high tone signals in it, or very lacking in the high tones. So that day I didn't even dig like a penny or a nickel or anything. There was nothing in the ground. And as I was getting ready to leave, I got a really high tone. It was a little bit higher than a quarter, and I dug this up. So what sense does that make, that there's no dimes or quarters or anything in a park, and then this just comes out of the ground? That's kind of how metal detecting is sometimes. It's pleasant surprises every now and then. And on the back of the Susan B. Anthony dollar coin, you have a bald eagle with the earth in the background and the moon. And this was to commemorate the Apollo program. So, very interesting. I got some good hunts coming up in the future. I'll talk a little bit later on some different videos. I can't tell you that I'm going to travel out to Pennsylvania and do some colonial sites and see what we could find. Maybe there's some large cents, King George's, who knows, maybe even a real. The area that I'm going to is loaded with that sort of things, so I'm sure that we're going to find something. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.